Okay, let's get going on this one here. This is video number 37, the fourth one for today. The title here is Two Challenging Common Core Problems. That means they've been given in the past on the Common Core test and just aren't routine problems like I've been giving you in your assignments. And you can see here, oh, by the way, tennis anybody? I don't know if any of you are tennis players, but if you are, you probably go to the store and you buy this cylinder-like container, and mostly they contain 3 green tennis balls, if I recall correctly. So a question here is if the diameter is 4 inches and the height of the container is 12 inches, and your tennis balls have a radius of 2 inches, then two questions. What in terms of pi, got that? Of pi is going to be occupied by the tennis balls. And that would be the first question. And the second question would be, what percent is unoccupied? And you're welcome to use a calculator if you want. It won't help you that much, especially with number 1. But I'll do it both ways, and I'll turn it into numbers if you want me to. And that would be your problem. That's a bit of a challenge, as I promised from the very get-go. Again, it's a question that's been asked on the Common Core test. So one more time, the title would be Tennis Anyone? And you'd have 3 green tennis balls. They fit snugly inside this cylinder. The question would be, number 1, in terms of pi, what part is occupied? We'll say occupied. I should have written that there. And what percent is unoccupied? And as I mentioned, you're welcome to use a calculator if you think it behooves you. Okay, and now we'll do the second problem. Introduce it. I'll do them tomorrow, obviously. Gives you a chance to practice at home. Maybe you're working with your parents or elderly sibling or something like that, and you can try to get your education like you're supposed to in these difficult times. And the second one is even a little bit more challenging. I'm going to make a cone here, and I'm going to give the cone dimensions so I can make the problem easy. I'm going to say the cone has a height of 10 inches, okay, and a diameter of 8 inches. And now I'm going to introduce a word that the Common Core people like quite a lot, and it's a simple word. Like you slice your cake, you have your cake, right? There's your birthday cake, and you cut out a piece of it, right? Okay, that's a slice. We'll talk more about that in another lecture, but they like the idea that you'd slice something. And this guy, I'm going to slice him horizontally, laterally, if you like that word, right here at 5 inches. I'm going to put it right like that. And so, again, there'd be 2 questions here. So there's that word slice. And actually, it's an important word in the Common Core. And we'll use it. There's some good ideas there. I don't deny it. And so this is going to be 5 inches. The diameter is 8 inches. And the height of the cone entirely is 10 inches. And so we're going to see what it looks like when we slice it. It looks something like that. And there's the little top part that was sliced. Notice I'm slicing it perfectly horizontally. Otherwise, the problem changes. I'll mention that tomorrow in the lecture. And there'd be 2 questions here again. Question number 1 would be, what, in terms of pi, what is the volume of the lower part. Okay? That's this part right here. Okay? The volume of the lower part. Okay? And then we'd like to know, that's number one, of course. And number two is we'd like to know the ratio of the new cut. I'm going to call it the new cut. That's this guy right here, to the original. And not a bad question, actually. We'll see if anybody can do it. I'll do that tomorrow. So those are two questions I gave you. The idea is that you slice this perfectly horizontal, and you can see the result over here. So you might have what you might call the stump, or the stub here of this. And then you're trying to figure out what this is. And then secondly, you'd want to compare the big guy to the little guy. But I think I wrote it the other way, right? To the part, okay? Yeah, to the new cut. So it would be to the little guy, to the big guy. And I'll do that problem in detail tomorrow. I propose it to you as a problem to further your education as we move along in this subject, getting closer and closer to our test. So there it is, two challenging problems as promised.